For the past year or so, Legends has taken a much more safer route with their releases, carefully handpicking each and every one, thus cutting down on the overall unit releases we have within the year. Everyone loves more units and more events every time something exciting is about to happen, but it seems Legends is trying to keep to a minimum the resources spent on celebrations and in between banners, while getting maximum revenue for it. Many people, including me, feel like it has come to a point where releases are predictable and they, for the most part, follow the same exact format. One LF sparking unit with one extreme every month, which makes the meta feel stale and slow, and if we're lucky, we're probably gonna get an All-Stars banner every 4 months or so. Or however they decide to handle this now, since nobody even summons on them, so we might be getting monthly Ultras. Wouldn't that be lovely? Trying to summon for a 0.35% unit every time. Phew! Now, I don't think everything's bad with this. Like, there's more opportunities for people to save up their chronos this way, since we barely get any characters now, so there's a big chance that your favorite character might not get released that time, or the tags you main might not get buffed. I'm going to be truthful to you guys, I don't really know what caused this sudden change in Legends, and the only reason I can think of is that many of the banners they released the previous years didn't exactly live up to their expectations, so they focused on quality instead of quantity. But this leads us again to a never-ending cycle, because it does make things boring and predictable about new releases when we barely get any new sparking summonable units, with the majority of them being Ultras and the LFs. It's a little outrageous for the average free-to-play player to keep up right now, since these are some really expensive banners. Hell, I even cannot keep up anymore, so I just stopped summoning to catch a break. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Whatever they release, I just want to save my crystals and wait for good value banners and nice opportunities, since, you know, for someone to keep up right now, they need a way higher average amount of chrono crystals to summon for both Ultras and the LFs every single time. 1% summonable sparkings practically have went extinct at this point. I don't think them increasing the monthly amount of crystals by 1 or 2,000 is going to change anything, since on average to pull the new LF or Ultra you're going to need 20,000 CC, and the way they have cut back on ways to give crystals and increasing the grinding required is absolutely insane. Keep in mind, they also removed the dailies for the LF step-up summons and on the Ultra banners as well. So there's no way for someone to get lucky and get blessed with a daily pull anymore. Legends has done some questionable decisions overall, but I do still enjoy PvP, and I know many people that still do, but the lack of summonable units is definitely affecting the overall hype of the player base and how celebrations are perceived. I'm not trying to be unfair here, you guys, but we've had plenty of surveys to express our opinions, and it seems that nothing we've said to the developers about ways on how to improve the game has ever reached them, which is very likely that they just do not care anymore. And since new shiny LF unit good and it sells, that's all that matters nowadays. I don't want my game to be filled with Ultras and LFs, but this is all that we are getting right now. Oh, and Extremes too. You cannot forget the Extremes. This just doesn't feel fair. To get a new summonable 1% unit, you have to wait for a whole celebration. Right now, we are doing the 70 million users campaign. It's a celebration, so we're probably gonna get a new 1%, I'm holding a small basket here, but yeah, you never know with Legends, man. But the releases are just way too far apart, and power creep has been so massive that Dragon Fist, you guys remember, 4th year anniversary, a month after his release, he lost boost, he was unusable in PvP. So, yeah, how can someone trust Legends right now to spend crystals on units they like, and the next month they released the most broken thing, like Beast Gohan, that one-shots 99% of the game with one blue card, and you feel like complete shit that you've spent all these crystals and now you cannot compete against that. I did say that I liked quality units, but I didn't say I liked broken units that make the rest of the game feel absolute garbage. Like if you remember Beast on release, I do not wanna experience that thing ever again. So I don't think there's a middle ground with Legends, and they almost never listen. So all these units that release in the first quarter of the year, I'm just really scared what will happen to them later on the second half of the year with the anniversary and stuff. That's why we are all so skeptical about summoning, because we might as well be wasting all of these crystals right now for nothing, chasing one new unit, by the way. The ironic part is that they keep releasing surveys. Even now, if you go to your news, there's a survey up right now. And, it's not like we've seen any improvement in the game with all of these surveys. So, what are those for, man? I don't understand. It's like they are forced to have surveys up or something. I personally do not like the idea of Ultra units becoming mainstream right now. They're just on horrible banners overall. And the thing we need right now is just more summonable, sparking 1% units in general, and better value banners in general too, to entice people to summon. And of course, less power creep, so people are not so afraid to spend on new units in the fear of them getting immediately power creep. I think I've said everything here today, man, but this for me was a really important video to help, with this thing that has been ongoing with Legends. I would appreciate if you guys even liked this video at all, to help push it out to the developers so they can see it. Because, I just do not like the idea of monthly LF and Ultras. They have to ramp up the crystals that they're giving out, because nobody will be able to keep up at this rate. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, man. I will see you all in a bit. So take care until then.